Hey guys, I'm Christian Crisillo, one of the founders over at Lead Generation. We're a B2B lead generation company that helps B2B SaaS owners and agency owners book meetings and demos on demand with their ideal prospects on a pay-per-demo basis. Now, I get far too many emails that I can tell just don't convert. So I'm here today to teach you exactly how to write cold emails that do convert and will get people interested and on the phone with you. And if you actually just want 5 to 21 demos per month on your calendar on a pay-per-demo basis, book in a call below and let's chat and see if we're a good fit, okay? I guarantee you 10 demos in 90 days, and if I don't do that, you don't pay and I'll buy you a steak dinner for the trouble. Perfect, let's dive into it. So, like I said before, this is how you write cold emails that actually convert and actually get people onto the phone, interested in your SaaS, and willing to pay you money to use your product, okay? Now, cold email is essential to pretty much every single B2B company because it's one of the best ways to do outbound prospecting and get more demos through cold messaging. It's one of the most effective tools, and if you're not actually using it, you're just falling behind your competition, which you obviously don't want to be doing. We're able to gain insights about the market and see what's happening and see how sophisticated the market is by doing cold email outreach, and it's something you need to be leveraging. Now, we've learned these skills through sending over 1 million emails for B2B SaaS and agency companies, handling 10,000 plus responses, and booking over 1,000 meetings with ideal prospects. So again, if you'd rather just have these demos delivered to your calendar and not worry about learning and mastering cold email, just book in a call below or shoot me over a message on Christian@Lead. Let's jump into things. So, first bit, let's talk about, okay, cut that little bit. So, introduction to cold email. Cold email is genuinely the best thing that you need to be doing. It is something where you can systematically optimize and just get as many demos as you want or as little demos as month as you want, okay? And quick disclaimer, yeah? Cold email only works if you have a strong offer. If you don't have a strong offer, cold email will not work. If you want to know whether it will work, shoot me over an email and we'll check it out. I'll see if it does work. You need to have that back end set up correctly so you're landing in the inbox and not spam. And it is a lot of work, but it is extremely worth it. Like I said, you can just be booking demos on demand whenever you want to. Let's dive into things. So this is the actual template that we're going to be using, okay? So we're going to have our intro, then our personalization, our offer, case study, CTA, signature, and PS line, and always stay below 100 to 200 words. Anytime I see anything over 200 words, I don't read it, and I know for a fact you don't read it. We're both extremely busy, so we're not reading massive message blocks that are just sent. Now I'm going to break down each of these and how they work and why you need to be using them and the best practices when using them. So before we jump into that, we need to talk about your ideal client profile. This is one of the things you have to have for cold email, okay? You need to have this because otherwise you're just going to be getting on unqualified meetings with people who can't actually convert, but they're interested in what you have because you framed to them the perfect email. But what's the point of having a whole bunch of meetings with people that can't convert? Because at the end of the day, all we care about is making more money, right? Not just getting on calls to have conversations. And you're going to be throwing money into the furnace. This applies to any sort of cold outreach or just outreach in general. If you don't know who exactly can convert, you're going to spend thousands of pounds on ads. You're going to be spending thousands of pounds on emails. You're going to be spending thousands of pounds on everything, and you're not going to be breaking even or making a profit. You need to be clear on your ideal client profile. And it just helps you understand your audience so you can just convert them for cheaper and cheaper over time. We do actually have a guide on how to set up your ideal client profile. So if you want that link, let me know and I'll get that over to you. If not, there's another video on how to do it as well. Now, before we're able to actually write the emails, we need to research our prospects. So we need to be looking at places like LinkedIn, the company website, industry publications, industry sort of research, and we need to be looking at the pain points that will tie into their industry and pain points that will tie into their industry around their location. These are all different things that we can use to personalize the emails, okay? So you need to make sure that you understand all these things and you've actually spent time to research these things. Otherwise, it's very hard to write a cold email that's different to a CEO, that's different to a COO. Because at the end of the day, a CEO, a COO, and a head of are gonna all care about completely different things. And you need to talk about that in the emails, okay? So, the subject line. There's two types of subject lines here. We've got the offer-based and we've got the curiosity-based. Offer-based is specifically talking about something in your offer, okay? You need to tie it into what you do, the benefits they're going to get. but you cannot overpromise and underdeliver. This has to be a realistic goal that they could get. Now just make sure, that it ties into what you're talking about. Don't say, oh, we're gonna increase your revenue by 30%, and then in the message you're talking about saving them time. They have to link together. It has to make sense. An email is a conversation. It's not just pulling things from everywhere. Then we have curiosity-based. This is where you're leading in with something a bit more that's gonna just spark a bit of attention. It doesn't have to so much tie, it still has to tie into the email, but not as much. It's something where you're talking about a specific part of it that may sound interesting, but it's less obvious that it's a cold email. We usually see the offer-based email has a higher reply rate and a lower open rate. The curiosity-based has a higher open rate but a lower reply rate. And because this is based off of the total number of opens, the higher open rate may be a lower reply rate, but the total replies could still be more. That's basically how it works. So offer-based and curiosity-based genuinely depend on your industry. So it's something that you have to test. You'll never just know, you have to test this. Now, personalization. Every single email needs to be personalized. If it's not personalized, it's going straight in the trash. Trash me. Like cold marketing emails that were generic used to work 3, 4, 5 years ago. The cold email market is sophisticated. It doesn't work anymore, okay? So you can personalize to a lot of things. You can personalize to the job title, tie it into a pain point. You can personalize on a benefit and how it's going to help their job. You can reference their company and industry-specific challenges that they've been facing that you can help solve. And for the love of God, please avoid dear sir/madam. Say their name. Just mention their name. It's so easy to do. Mention their company, not your company. Mention their company, okay? You have to clean your list to do this, but put in the work and you'll get the results. After that, let's talk about how we're going to actually create our email, okay? We're going to start off with a problem, We're going to talk about them facing that problem and a solution of how we're going to actually fix it. We're going to talk about the features and benefits that our tool actually has, focusing much more on benefits than features, because remember, people don't care about features, they care about what they're getting. Then we're going to use social proof to back up what we're saying and make them believe that this will actually work, okay? Make them believe that they're going to actually reach that end goal. Show them. Now, your offer in your email needs to be clear and concise. It needs to very specifically explain what exactly you're going to do for them, what exactly they're going to get, and what they're going to avoid having to do. How long is it going to take them to get that results as well? That's a big deal. How long is it going to actually take me to get to, X, Y, or Z revenue or C, Y, or J time saved? Make sure you're mentioning that. Your offer can almost be as simple as, hey, I'm reaching out because we can help you do Y. We can get you end result in time without pain point. That's all your offer can be. That simple. Case study. 2 main factors of the case study. It needs a name and it needs a result, okay? You can't have one without the other. If you have a big name but no result, that's okay. If you have a big result with no name, it kind of sucks, but it's okay. You want to have a name and a result where possible because it makes it believable and it shows that somebody's actually gotten that result, okay? That's what people are looking for. The bigger the name, the better, but the closer the name is to their industry, the better. If you can have their direct competitor, that's perfect. Because people don't want to fall behind their competitors. So you want to make sure that you're leveraging that to get them interested and onto the phone. Now, your CTA and follow-up are massive. Your CTA has to be value-based. You can no longer just say, hey, do you want to jump on the phone and talk about this? It doesn't work anymore. It used to. You used to be able to just say that straight away. But now everybody's getting pitched to jump on the phone 10, 20, 30 times a day. You need to give them some sort of value. You can give them info, an audit, a guide, a video, just help. Get them in some way interested. Then they're going to move over to your landing page and then they're actually going to book in a call through there. Just give them more. Make them interested. Make it seem like you're going to help them and you don't just want to waste 20 minutes. And your follow-ups, you need to be following up as much as required, okay? You need to be following up to 10, 15, 20 times that it sometimes takes to get these people on the phone. Decision makers are busy. You're busy. You need to make sure you're following up. They're probably interested in what you have to offer. They're just currently busy. So, PS line, you can add a human touch to this. This is where you can add another little personalization. Compliment them. Talk about something they've recently done. You've seen it on their LinkedIn. You've seen it on their website. Anywhere. The PS line is normally read more often than pretty much anywhere else because they always feel like they're getting some free information on there. So at the end, they're always going to check this PS line. So make sure you're putting in some really good info. And it's a really good place to name drop some big companies that you've been working with. Now, tracking and analyzing your email success. Now, one of the biggest things is making sure that you're optimizing for meeting book rate and eventually close rate. Reply rate is good. It's one really good thing to look out for, but you want to make sure that they're positive replies. Getting a whole bunch of no thanks or not interested, that's not really something you want to optimize for. Same with open rates. Who cares if you have an 80% open rate, but you're booking no calls? I'd rather have a 10% open rate and be booking 5 to 10 calls a week. That's way better, no? So make sure you're optimizing for meeting book rate and close rate alone. They're the only things that matter. Open rate is absolutely vanity. Meeting book rate is sanity. Trust me. Now, in conclusion, writing strong cold emails is absolutely an art. It is not easy to do, but if you put in the time, it is well worth it, and you will get a very big payoff because you'll have an outbound revenue generating system which will constantly book you calls till the end of time. Okay? You can make sure you're meeting with your exact ideal client persona. Okay? Now, if you'd rather just skip all the work and just move to 5 to 21 demos per month on a pay per demo basis, book in a call below or shoot me over an email at christian@linleadgen.com, and let's see if we're a good fit to work together. I guarantee you 10, 90 days, or you don't pay, plus I'll buy you a steak dinner for the trouble. Have a good rest of your day then. Bye-bye.